Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Gina Zavalis.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my gosh! So first of all, you have a beautiful, incredible voice, and I am so amazed by everything that I've heard so far. And I was really intrigued because everybody, but prior to listening to you, I was told that you were very similar to Celine Dion and Barbara Streisand and Adele, and I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. And then I listened to your music, and I'm like, wow, everybody is right. So I want to know, first of all, what is it like being compared to those women, because they're obviously fabulous.
Wow. Wow. First of all, thank you so much for your incredible and kind words. I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, it's truly amazing. It is. It's amazing. I really don't know what to say when people tell me these things and when critics tell me these things and I read these reviews. I'm just, it's an amazing feeling. I feel very honored, very humbled, extremely honored to be even compared or to be in the same league, that's what people say,
well,
with these women.
And I can absolutely understand why. I mean, like I said, they're huge names and they're powerful and they're well known. And, I honestly didn't know what I was going to think or what I was going to hear. And, I'm listening to all your studio tracks. I'm listening to everything and I'm like, wow, she's really, really good. And I think everybody nailed it, because I think if you were going to be placed in a category, that is absolutely the one to place you in. And your vocal range is great. Like, I'm not a singer. I can't sing at all, and so you make me jealous. I'm so jealous of what what you possess. Your talent is incredible. And iHeartRadio, they said that you're an artist to watch. So what was that like, hearing that from them?
That was pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Coming from Clear Channel and iHeartRadio, which is really, really big here in New York City in the tri-state area. It's just amazing. I feel so blessed and so humbled. Yeah. I just keep working hard. I just keep working really, really hard. And, when you hear those things, it's great. And I just keep everything in check. And I always just get back to the work and just keep working and working on new songs and new ideas. And, I just keep going. That's it.
That's awesome. And I mean, you're from Brooklyn, right? Is that what okay. So I love it out there, by the way. I love the East Coast people. I love it out there. It's a completely different environment. And there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of artists and a lot of people that are trying to make it out there. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you, just because, in these populated areas, these heavily populated areas, you have so much competition. Have you found that that's hurt you or helped you being where you are?
You know what? I don't really like look at it as competition. I'm really supportive of other artists, no matter who they are. I do believe we should all support each other, and in this crazy music journey that we're on, and this crazy industry that we've chosen to be in, I believe that we should support each other. And I don't really view others as competition. I think we should support each other, and I think that we should all stick to what we do best, and we should just really work at it. And I don't really pay attention to what others are doing. I just focus on what I'm doing, and I really support others. And I think having that attitude and giving back really helps. I think having the other kind of attitude where, you're super competitive and just watching what other people are doing in a negative way, I think that can really hurt you. And, I think if you're watching what other people are doing in a positive, supportive way where maybe you can learn from them, I think that helps you.
Definitely. And I
positive vibes out there.
Absolutely. And I like to ask that question because, it really kind of gives you a better idea of who the artist, is and why they are where they're at and why they're, headed where they're headed. Because, for especially us here at Center Stage, we are not into reporting anything negative. We are just all about supporting artists and talent and being positive and finding positive, people to promote, because it's true. There's just too much. And when you look at the negativity that's out in the world and you go into business for the wrong reasons, you're going to get the results that you're not after. So I think that's great to hear that from you. I love when artists support other artists and when you're focused on you and where you're going, but you're uplifting your peers and, people who are doing what you're doing. It just works out so much better. And I think too, I don't know, I mean, I'm not a songwriter, but I would think too that by doing that, you end up building relationships where you can collaborate and write together and, come up with some really awesome stuff. So have you been able to do that? Find some people to write with and collaborate with?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I really choose to sing uplifting, positive music. And, because of that, I mean, that's just my instinct inside me. So because of that, I tend to gravitate towards songwriters who kind of have that same vibe and instinct about them. And because of that, the new music that we're going to be coming out with this year, which I'm so excited about, is going to be a little bit different. So I'm really excited. We're going in a little bit different direction. I can't talk too much about it.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm going to be writing with new songwriters, and we're all on the same page with what we want to do, but it's going to be how shall I say? It's going to be sounding different. It's going to be flavored a little bit, differently. But it's going to be uplifting. I mean, to me, my goal is to, just make the audience feel something.
Right.
To make them feel something, or experience something, or relive a memory, or something like that. As opposed to just getting up there and just singing for the sake of singing.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I think you really need, as an artist, you should know what you're about.
Exactly.
What you want. And for me, if I can make the audience feel something, anything, then I've done my job in emoting that to them. That emotion that I try to just communicate through a song.
And you deliver, the emotion within the song. You deliver it really well. Not everybody can do that, really well, and you do. And there's another artist that I absolutely adored that I interviewed not too long ago, and I was telling her, there was this one song that I saw her do, and it brought me to tears, and I thought, oh my gosh. And she was like, if you were looking closely, you'll see I started getting emotional because she, when she was singing the song, was relating it to something in her life. So she was feeling it as she's delivering it to everybody else. And I was like, well, hands down, that was extremely, well done. And you do the same thing, and it's great. And I love to hear that, that's something that you're passionate about doing, and that's something you want to continue to do, because really that's what's going to set you apart from so many of these other artists who, yes, they sing well, but when you have that inner passion, I just think you're going to go so much farther. And you seem to have that. Do you think that also being classically trained vocally, do you think that helps you in your career today?
Yes, it helps me. I can only speak for myself.
Right.
It absolutely helps me. I am a classically trained vocalist from a very young age, and I still train to this day. I've been training for many, many years, and I love it. I love training. I love learning, and I even teach. On the side.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah, I even teach. I do like I master lessons and master classes. From time to time, and I think it's definitely helped. It's absolutely. I think it's a necessity. It's like learning how to ride a bike. I do believe that once you have that classical training and you have that technique down, you can pretty much figure out anything.
Right.
I believe that classical training to singing is what ballet is to dance. Once you have that basic technique down, everything else you can figure out, or it could possibly come easy to you depending on where you're at.
Exactly.
But I think technique is everything. I really, really do. I really do. And it's like you said about relating the song. I believe in relating stories. Tell the story. And, the story, as you mentioned before, about the singer you were listening to, the song was about something from her life, possibly, autobiographical. Tell the story, make it come, it's got to come from somewhere. You have to relate to the material. So I pretty much gravitate towards songs, whether I write them or not, where I really, really relate to it because I know that I'm going to get the story across to the audience. And I definitely think that my technique, my vocal technique, and also my experience in acting helps with that tremendously.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Now, do you have, I know you're going to be working on the, new stuff. Do you have anything else coming up in 2016 that we can share with everybody?
Oh my gosh, yes. I've been very, very lucky I've been performing in New York City a lot. So I'm going to be performing a lot more this year in New York City. And I'm going to have a show coming up soon. It's going to be announced in Brooklyn, which is where I grew up.
Right.
And it's going to be an extremely intimate space. It's going to be an acoustic show. And, people will get a chance to see me and hear me up close and personal.
Wow.
And they'll have a chance to meet me afterwards. I'll be mingling with everyone. And I think this show is going to be kind of fun for everyone because there's going to be people that I grew up with there, actually, because it's
fun.
kind of a neighborhood show. And then there's hopefully going to be a lot of fans there. So they're kind of going to be meeting not only me, but like people that I grew up with, possibly some of my family.
Oh, fun.
So I think it's going to be fun. And I'm probably going to be in L.A. making an appearance, possibly next month. That right now is a little hush-hush.
All right. Well, you have to let me know because that's like in my backyard.
Oh, really?
I'm in Southern California right now. I'm not quite back to Tennessee yet, so that's like 45 minutes from me. So you have to let me know so that I can come see you.
Absolutely. I will definitely be in LA, but
absolutely,
just can't speak about it yet.
No, it's all good.
And, let's see, in a few weeks I'll be up at Hamilton Radio in New Jersey. I will be in their studio for an interview, and I will be performing live as well, and I will be debuting one of my new songs. So I am extremely happy about that. It's really exciting for us. I will be on the DJ Danny Show with co-host Laura Messon on Hamilton Radio. And this year we've also worked on my return to the New York City stage, to the theater.
Oh, nice.
And yes, and that's going to be a brand new project with one of New York City's up and coming playwrights. So, yes. I'm also going to be writing new music with LA composer Bob Barrett. who is amazing. I'm so honored that he's chosen to work with me. He works with Disney, and he's done work with Diana Ross, Joe Cocker, Cheetah Rivera, Pat Benatar, Colton Dixon. I mean, he's like the man.
Wow,
and I'm also going to be working with a lot of other cool people in LA as well. So it's interesting. Past couple of years have turned my career. I used to be like between New York City and Nashville, and now I'm bi-coastal, LA and New York. So
wow.
Very interesting.
Definitely. And there's a huge difference between the two coasts, but they're equally as cool. I love them both. And, you know, wow, you definitely have a busy 2016 coming up. We're, you know, going to sit back and watch you, promote you any way that we can. So keep in touch with us. For now, all the fans can get your self-titled debut EP. You're on iTunes, correct?
Yeah, iTunes. Okay. Amazon. You can go to my website. You can contact me for an actual copy of the CD if you want, if you don't want it in MP3 or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I'm on all digital download outlets that you can imagine.
Perfect. Well, we'll make sure we get all the links up on our article for you so that everybody can connect to you a little bit easier. And, you know, thank you so much for taking the time. Is there anything else you want to tell everybody before we go?
Thank you very much, and I can't wait to meet all of you someday.
Absolutely. Well, let me know when you're in LA. I can't wait to meet you, and we will talk to you soon. And good luck on everything. I just know you're just going to take off and go so super far that we're just not even going to be able to keep up with you. So,
thank you.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Thank you, Missy, for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.